shadows starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports.
This take it in at the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Meredith. He'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. Off play action. Meredith. Trying to lay one up deep. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. They only needed a few inches there on second, but forget the halfback dive. They were going for the big one.
I thought it was a good time to take a shot. You figure their running game, if they don't get it there, you come back and run for it and pick up the first down. Go ahead and be aggressive. Try and get one downfield for a big one.
Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. A rough go there on third down, a loss of 4. Not the best to start here. We know they're on a 2-game skid. 3 and out. That's not what they had drawn up.
Not even close. And now what you're asking your defense to do is pick you up.
And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool them. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon.
There are times to run that fake, and there are times to not run it, and this, without question, would fall in the latter category.
Well, I don't know about without question, partner. I think we should look at the analytics on this one because, oh, yeah, the analytics say, yeah, without question. You should have gone ahead and punted the football because now, not only did you not get it, and you really had no chance to, what a short field that you turned the ball over to the other offense.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Again, it's Williams. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
On 3rd and 2, Grant throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And the Jets are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1. Well, only their first drive, Charles, but they talked to us about needing to convert on 3rd down, in particular not letting 3rd and short opportunities slip through their fingers. Well, they were successful right there.
It also tells you that they're successful on 1st and 2nd down as well to get to 3rd and manageable and make them able to pick up those first downs. Now here we are, 1st and goal. They've got to like what they're doing on this drive. Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
He rifles one that's intercepted.
It's Devin Lloyd with a pick.
He's at the 50. The 30. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that 3rd down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
That's complete to Mooney. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
To throw on 2nd down, Meredith. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Draymond Jones
breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7.
In every game, we talk about what are going to be the keys as we go into it. Maybe that's a key for their defense today. Pressure the quarterback and make sure you play a good zone defense behind them, and they get their first sack of the contest.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early, but they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
Patterson's kick is good. And the Jaguars grab a 3-0 lead. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
He's got a man, complete. And he's got to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. An excellent gain, 35 yards.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? A guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field, pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job by the offensive line. The route, well run, and the football
into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And the Jaguars are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. The CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
They'll go option on second down, right side. And they'll hit him for a loss as he's back to his 2-yard line. Third down just got a lot tougher. That will officially go as a loss of 7. Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think his big boys up front, that offensive line, they've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on third down. And a throw right sideline is complete. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that's a much-needed completion right there on third down. Really a sigh of relief, isn't it? They're backed up deep. You know they don't want to give the ball back to the other guys with great field position. They needed that throw, that completion, that first down.
And he'll just plow right into a host of tacklers. Nothing there at all, and it'll be 2nd and 10. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Second and 10.
Hey, check that, street. 19 tight.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And this will be caught by Mooney. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
On first down, Meredith. And this is going to be intercepted. Daxton Hill picks it off. And the Jets will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
Now whistles come in before the snap. Looked like one of the Jets may have moved. A false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. They run the counter. Peoples. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line. The Jets had 1-7 now on the year, and they come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well because you play 2.5 months. You know you're ready for some time off in order to get prepared for the home stretch. In fact, when they looked at the schedule to start the season, I think they liked where their open week fell.
Trap 50, trap 60.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Grant. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
18, Pioneers.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Now the ball comes loose, and the Jags grab it. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. And so the last 3 drives, you've got 2 interceptions and a fumble. I think we know why they're losing right now.
Without question, and we've seen the evidence, just what you talked about there. If they take care of the football, number 1, maybe they're not having this deficit. And number 2, maybe they actually have the lead.
They'll start the drive with a give to White.
That's to about the 28. 2nd down coming up.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know you're trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Opting to run again here with White. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. This offense so far on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Back to throw. Meredith. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And the punt goes out of bounds, so no chance to bring it back, and they will spot it at the 24-yard line.
Let's go now.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. 1-7 their record here at the midway point of the season. And right now this organization, more than likely, if you look at it, CD, probably in for a rough 2nd half of the season.
Well, we've seen teams turn things around in other places. I mean, we've seen 1-7 first halves turn into 5-3 second halves. But with this squad, I think these guys aren't playing to get into the playoffs. They're playing for their jobs. So's the coaching staff. They're coaching for theirs. Front office trying to keep theirs. The heat is on from all directions. And what's interesting is a a lot of these guys are playing for jobs and trying to keep their positions. It might be just in the league in some other spot.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Looking to throw. Grant. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Call it a loss of 4 there on the sack. And speaking of the number 4, it brings up 4th down now. Here's the Jets punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
And they are a game under 500 now following the loss a week ago. And this is a team, Charles, that just has not been able to string victories together.
Yeah, they're certainly going the wrong way, aren't they? Because it looked like they have things pointing in the right direction, but now they've lost 2 straight, and that means this game is vital, extremely important, because if they fall 2 games below 500, the road back into playoff contention, awfully difficult.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. They stay on the ground with White.
And he'll get maybe a couple before he's taken down, as that will take us to the 2-minute warning.
Only 2 yards on the pickup there, and now they're looking at a long 3rd down.
They need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Meredith, he's going to launch this thing way downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, their first 2 drives only yielded 3 points. They might be thinking it's time to make something happen. Push the ball downfield and try and gain some points that way. Unfortunately, incomplete.
Here's Logan Cook now to punt this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return.
And the Jets will take over.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like, because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge, because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. We'll see how this one continues.
And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line.
18
Now a play fake here on 1st down. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Check mash, check mash. Dragon 60. Come 19, come 19. 19 right. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick.
To throw again. Grant
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. Again, he'll drop to throw.
And quickly into the hands of Robinson. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
77. Go, Reed, go.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
They'll look to throw again.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. 2nd down coming up.
Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
19 tight, 19 tight.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. It's caught on the right side. Williams. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Off the play fake. Grant. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted.
Picked by Logan Wilson. And the Jags will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Meredith, and that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football, but you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away, and it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction.
Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away.
And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half.
Here we go.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together.
Not saying 19. Panther 11. Panther 11. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. Warriors 17.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
This defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Jaguars out on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. These offenses seemingly still back at the hotel for the first half. 3-0 our score as the second half gets underway. And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far in the score. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And did the Jaguars come up with it? They did.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They run straight ahead here with White. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Off play action. Meredith. He'll buy some time right. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Partner just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. Might we see our first touchdown of the game? Here's 1st and goal. They'll run with Davis Price. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Ty Davis Price, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars use the short field to get in for 6. Riley Patterson now for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip.
Makes the score Jaguars 10, Jets nothing. Logan Cook to kick off for the Jaguars.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away.
And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Right now, they're in a bit of a tough spot here, CD. You're trailing by double digits. Remember the last time out, they fumbled. They're going to have to play some clean football here on this possession.
And all the talk on their sideline has been about taking care of the football, making sure that they're handling the ball correctly. So you know they'll be squeezing the rock pretty tight here. They just have to be careful not to go so hard at doing that they actually cause themselves other problems. Take care of the ball, but still try and play free and natural.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
18 rattle. Dragon 60. Cup 19. Cup 19.
Off the play fake. Grant. He completes that to Garrett Wilson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They'll run on first down. Peoples. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll keep it on the ground. Peoples, and able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
60 average. 60 average.
Off play action. Grant. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack.
3, hop, 70, hop, 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat, 19 tight, 19 tight.
They're going to try and throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Jags take over in terrific field position. Apparently they weren't interested in playing the field position game. They opt to keep their offense out there. A big mistake in hindsight.
Yeah, that one backfired. In hindsight's always 20/20, but let's call it what it was. We would have first guessed that one and said, don't do it here. Bad situation. I think they need to be closer to midfield before I would start to think it was a good idea.
Yeah.
And once you start taking risks like that, you're going to have to keep taking them throughout the game, especially when they don't work.
Yeah, at this stage of the second half, interesting. Off the bootleg. Meredith. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. And nowhere to hide on that play.
No, there was not, because every exit door, that was surrounded. I think that was supposed to be a bootleg, but he had no chance to get outside the pocket and try and make a play.
On 3rd down, a run from White. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
On 4th down, Meredith. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
Well, it all came together on that one, didn't it?
Big-time throw on 4th.
Now that had to feel good, didn't it? Taking that type of a gamble there and making it pay off. What a throw.
And tough as a receiver, because no matter how perfect the pass, you know it's 4th down and you got to convert.
A little bit of extra pressure, but he overcame it.
First down, here's White. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Second and 20. Off the play fake. Meredith. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
But when you hit him on the move like that, he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam. Oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Operating from the gun, Meredith. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. It's Jaguar football here, and they'll look to extend their lead as we begin quarter number 4. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. Patterson's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the 4th.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist. But time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
Logan Cook, the kickoff for the Jaguars.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we're talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back in it. You're exactly right. Keeping hope alive.
Come on.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They run the counter. Peoples. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Brought down at the 30-yard line. That's a gain of 3. Now 3rd and 5.
Let's go.
The Jets on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5.
Street.
Operating from the gun, Grant. Throw left side complete. That's Williams. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Cougar 19.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you've certainly got them guessing now. 2nd and short, could they just hand it off for another big gain? Or did they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
Left wing 19.
To throw on second down. Grant. He'll air this one out for Boyd. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Too many zeros on the stat sheet thus far. No touchdown passes, no points for his team, but he remains undaunted. Still attempting to get his team on the scoreboard, firing the ball downfield.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. Off play action. Grant. He has a man. It's complete to Wilson. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 30. How about 25 yards on 3rd down? They'll take it. Even though this offense doesn't have a single point to its name, they're not totally out of this game yet. A touchdown here, they could be in business.
And how about that last play? Now they've got momentum going, so you know I'm a big advocate. Get back on the line of scrimmage. Throw another play at them while you've got them rocked on their heels.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Well, certainly not on their side offensively. They had to take some chances, but that interception will further hinder their already slim chance at victory.
Yeah, and you're talking about time not on their side, but it certainly is on the defensive side, and they understood that. They knew they had to press it a little bit, and they planned accordingly, and what a benefit for them, able to pick that one off and hopefully put this game away.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Operating from the gun, Meredith. He'll get this complete to Kadarius Toney. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
They'll go up the middle with White. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. And they got to get to the 23 here on 3rd. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On 3rd down, Meredith. And he's got his big tight end here. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 19. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. And the slot man goes in motion left. Now a give up the middle. This is White. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and mini camps. For these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground and secure a victory.
Here's White. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there. But that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on second down. Here's the option going right. And he is going to lose yardage here. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down.
Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but he still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game in this sequence here. Maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
And the Jaguars are going to take possession of the football.
And you have to wonder, Charles, in a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
But based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
Certainly not the highest of scoring games, Charles. Their offense did some okay things. Not a lot of points on the board, but enough for the win with how their defense was playing in this one.
Yeah, they certainly brought their A game, didn't they? They weren't fooled by anything that was presented to them from start to finish. That defense, they might as well have told their offense, guys, just kick a field goal. We've got it today.
So for the Jaguars, it's a win that might keep them alive in the playoff race as they're back to 500 at 5-5. And they'll have another road date next week with the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for the Jets, the difficult season continues as they drop to 1-8, and they'll be on